Welcome, everyone. This is not the Tundra rankings this week, but this is the playoffs for fantasy basketball. It's our third year in the league, and we have maybe the most interesting playoff match or playoff contenders that we've had in a long time. We've got lots of injuries, so we got to talk about. We have um, Well, we've kind of already known who's been in the playoffs for a few weeks, but we have a lot to kind of dive into in a short amount of time. But without further ado, let's get into it. See if I can figure out how to do this. Um, Let me share screen. And we want sleeper. All right. This week has not, I think it's been settled. Everybody, of course, we can't view this week's matchups, but that means sixth coming in as the sixth seed in the league. I believe it's going to be Trent. I believe he's going to lose this week. I might have to actually use my phone for this. Yes, Trent is going to lose this week, and he will maintain that sixth spot. Finish the year at 10-10. Big improvement from the years before, and with new ownership, it has gotten a lot better. Number 5 was who was playing for the 5 or 6 seed this week is between Trent and Wyatt. Wyatt is going to come in with the 5th seed here with a 12-8 record, a very solid record. Ooh, take that back. Believe that Clarence will actually be the 5th seed and Wyatt will be the 4th seed because Clarence will be losing to the taxpayers this week. So flip that around. But Wyatt, first year in the league, did a great job with this team, got him to the playoffs. His team was better than the one Trent inherited, but this should be a very interesting matchup for Wyatt. Then we have the taxpayers coming in. They're going to finish the year at 14-6, a very, very solid year, even though they've dealt with a handful of injuries. But the taxpayers coming in at 14-6, I think that this team is a contender going in. And then at the 2 seed, we got the flagrant foulers. This team is probably the team that can give Watts the biggest run for their money going into the playoffs. They're going to finish the year at 15-5, as Watts will finish the year 19-1. So very, very tight. Very, very impressive year by Watts. Sorry, I don't know why I said tight. But very, very impressive year by Watts. And he's the guy to beat going to the playoffs. I would have said prior to this week, I think my brother jinxed it by saying, I hope everyone stays healthy this week. Well, he lost Jalen Brunson. Let me see if I can pull up. Oh, it's really not going to let me pull up the teams. So Trent, who is a 6th seed, is going to be without CJ McCollum, John Collins, Sabonis, and Jalen Brunson. Very rough for him. Wyatt will be without Van Fleet, Powell, Lauri Markkanen, DeAndre Ayton. And I think he also lost somebody else this week. Yeah, he's without quite a few good players as well. The next team is, why is this all jacked up? Clarence, and poor Clarence lost LeBron, Amen Thompson, who's looks like going to be out the rest of the year or close to it. Who else did he lose? I'm sure he lost Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, he lost Kyrie. I forgot about Kyrie also getting injured this week. He got absolutely decimated. This team is not going to win this year. I am 100% confident of that. With the guys that he lost literally like his best 3 players. And then we get up to Marsh. Marsh, I think for the most part stayed healthy, and I think is probably the biggest contender to. He did lose Anthony Davis earlier in the year, which we've all kind of known about that. But Marsh stayed relatively healthy. The Fowlers lost. Did they stay healthy? I mean, he's dealing with a Chet Holmgren who's playing half the games. He's without Cam Thomas. Paul George, I think, is out for a little while. J.J. Jackson looks like he's injured going into the playoffs. So then that leaves Watts with basically a fully healthy team. Zion is out. But beyond that, this is just a brutal week for fantasy basketball. Brutal week for a lot of star players in the league. And the one guy that probably was the least, or the guy in the league that was likely to win the league didn't have any injuries. So some are saying this is a cakewalk. But here's the thing. Any given week, any given player can win. And I think that there is enough guys in here that have enough dogs on their team that can take down Watts. I'm probably going to be wrong, but I think that this playoff race is still wide open. Beyond Clarence, I think Clarence is toast, just because of the injuries to literally his top 4 players. But yeah, we are looking at. Let me see the playoff schedule. Probably going to switch a little bit. I don't know. It's not going to show me, but I believe the top 2 teams get a bye. So that is going to be the Fowlers and Watts, and then the bottom 4 teams will play each other. I think this is going to be a very interesting ending, and I'm looking forward to it greatly. Do we see Michael go back to back? I kind of hope so, because I'm kind of rooting for an underdog to win this year personally. But we will see if that happens. I don't really have too much more to say beyond that. It's kind of a short ranking, just because there's really not too much really going on at this point. I've talked to Trent a little bit. He likes his chances. I think losing Brunson hurts his chances, but I think Trent has a good chance. I think the Fowlers have a good chance. I think Marsh has a good chance. I think Wyatt has a decent chance with still having Jokic, but I think Clarence is toast. I'm sorry, Clarence. I think you are toast. But yeah, that's really all I have. I just wanted to hop on here, give a little bit of a breakdown. I'm not going too in depth. I just did a 50-minute MLB video for our other league, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready to see who wins this year. My guess is it's probably going to be Watts, but we will see. So that's all I have. We will see you guys in probably 3 weeks when I hand out awards. We'll see you guys.